Well, good afternoon, Kumasi. It is Wednesday, 24th of October, 2023. 25th. Oh, sorry. It's Wednesday, 25th of... I'm sorry. I'm excited today for good reason. It's Wednesday, 25th of October, 2023. You are live on Orange 107.9 FM. This is the Women Lately Show, Conversations with Heaven. Today is an amazing, fantastic day because we get to celebrate somebody who has done something amazing. And instead of keeping the good news to herself, she's chosen to share. And in the studio, she is here with me to share her story. I can't wait to hear it, just as I'm sure you can't wait as well. If you're live, you can join us, having this conversation. You can join us on WhatsApp as usual. The number to join us on is 0548501584. And you can send a message and we will definitely engage with you that way. We're also live on YouTube, Orange 107.9 on YouTube. So we're streaming live. That means that we can read your comments in real time and engage with you. But thanks for joining us. As always, my name is Francisca Taylor. And with me in the studio are two lovely ladies I just met. And I can't wait to meet them. Good afternoon to you, ladies.
Good afternoon.
I love your energy. Ladies, starting with you, Auntie Vivian, tell us your name and a bit about you.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to our viewers and listeners. Mrs. Vivian Jessie Safo, a 67-year-old woman.
Oh, wow.
Who have survived breast cancer for 20 years.
Amazing.
Yes. And right now, I work with the Peace and Love Hospital and Breast Care International.
Oh, amazing. First of all, you don't look 67.
At all.
Yes. Hopefully I look as good as you when I'm 67.
By all means.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Evelyn, good afternoon.
My name is Dr. Evelyn Asante Kwetia. I'm a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, where I am at the Department of Pharmacognosy. And I am, an executive member of LAPAG, which is the Lady Pharmacists Association of Ghana. And what we do is undertake several health promotion, health advocacy programs or campaigns. And in this month of October, we are on breast cancer. So we are doing a lot of health promotion. We are doing health education on breast cancer. And apart from this, we also do menstrual hygiene, education, reproductive health, and all that during the year.
Okay.
So we are, as part of our cancer awareness campaign in the month of October, we are all over in Ghana, Central Region, Accra, Kumasi, and other places, joining organizations like Orange FM in doing the breast cancer awareness and education.
Okay.
Yes, so that's a bit about
What you
myself,
do.
what I do.
How do you find time?
Because
by the time you're done listing, I'm like, okay, because this month
lot.
I've seen you all over.
Amen.
Yeah. So when I saw your picture, I'm like, but I know this face.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. How do you manage?
Well, fortunately, the university is on a break now.
Right.
The students are on a break, the lecturers are not on a break, but
Okay.
at least I'm able to find time, manage the family, and then I had always wanted to do something apart from being baby and being mommy and being Dr. Evelyn.
Okay.
So when the opportunity came to be on LAPAG executive, I was happy, and I thought it was something that I could do apart from what I've been doing all my life. I mean,
Right.
and I think I'm enjoying it,
Okay.
doing something else apart from being baby and mommy.
Okay. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
and to know that what you're doing has
Has an impact. Yes.
on the society largely. Yes. That is amazing.
Yeah, thank
Auntie
you.
Vivian, I cannot wait to hear your story. But before we go into that, there was a baby Vivian before you became Auntie Vivian. So tell us a bit about you growing up. What was it like?
Well, growing up, I was living with my grandma because my mom was in Accra.
Okay.
So when I was in P5, I joined my mommy in Accra and continued.
Oh.
So I joined a salon in Bantima, finished my course. Then my auntie took me to Accra, opened a salon for me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But after some years, because my husband was in Kumasi, I relocated to Kumasi.
Okay.
Yes. But along the line, I stopped the hairdressing and went into a shop, baby shop at Kumasi.
Okay.
That was what I was doing before the breast cancer strike.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm getting that, first of all, it takes a village to raise a child, because your grandmother was in there, your auntie in there somewhere, you know, and all of that. And the next thing too is that you've been in between Kumasi and Accra.
Yes.
Which of them do you enjoy?
Well, I think probably I did enjoy the life in Accra more
Okay.
than.
Look how Evelyn is looking at you in shock.
Yes, I should have stayed in Accra.
Oh, okay. Okay. They say hindsight is 2020. But you are here and we need you here. So
Anyways,
yes.
God
Thank
never
you
makes
for
a mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So right now, after the diagnosis of the breast cancer, I decided not to add more stress to my life.
Okay.
So I stopped the trading.
Okay. Okay.
Stopped
Okay.
it.
Okay. We're going to go a bit into the diagnosis because you've already even brought it up. How old were you when you had the diagnosis?
I was 47.
Oh, right.
47
right,
years.
Right.
By then, my younger sister has already been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, really?
She was 35 years when she lost one breast.
Oh, wow.
And I helped her, stayed with her in Accra through her journey treatment.
Okay.
Little did I know I would one day.
Go through the same.
Yes. And it all started at age 47, somewhere in August. I realized I was just reducing in weight. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning and look through the mirror, what is wrong with me? I can see I'm changing. I've been visiting. Take a good note of it because of my sister.
Your sister, right.
I said, no, let me go to the hospital. So I did not waste time. I went to the Peace and Love. By then, I've not get myself screened before.
At 47?
Yes.
Okay. Were you hearing the education or?
Apart from my sister having the breast cancer, I did not hear of the education like these days.
Okay. Because we're casting our minds back 20 years
Yes.
ago. Right.
So I went to the Peace and Love Hospital and I was screened, and the doctor asked me, do you know you have a lump? And I said, no. He said, bring your hand. So my hand was placed on it, and it was somewhere here. So quickly, do this. A series of investigations were done.
Okay.
And when the results were ready, the news was that I had a stage 1 breast cancer.
Okay. So they caught it early.
Yes.
Auntie Vivian, this is the first time I've heard advantages of our bad roads. If it wasn't for the bad road, you would still not
Yes.
know, right?
So I stayed calm
Okay.
because I've seen what my sister went through. So I stayed calm. But the doctor advised me my nipple is safe. So we have to do the surgery on time. So on my way going home, by then my husband has traveled outside the region. He called me and I broke the news to him and told him the doctor said we need to do the surgery fast. By then, no health insurance in the country.
Yeah.
Yes. So he organized some funds for me. Then I went to do the surgery.
Okay.
After the wound was healed, then I have to go on the chemotherapy, another thing altogether. So Dr. Yabi said, as for you, I don't have a problem with you because of your sister. So I was counseled and I started the chemotherapy. I remember I had my first one on Wednesday. By Saturday around 5 in the evening, even I could not swallow water.
Wow.
My throat, my mouth. I called the doctor and said, get some light soup. We prepared the light soup, and to swallow it was even very difficult for me. Sunday, I was praying for Monday so that I go back to the hospital. So on Monday, round about before 6 a.m., I was there.
Wow.
Hey. When she saw me, she said, oh, no more, no man. Then they treated me on that. Before I could go for the second cycle, by then,
You had.
I had a curl roll on my head.
Right.
So I was with my children. When I hold the head, what is this? It all go back like I'm unzipping my dress. When I hold it, it all go back. So my elder sister said, hey, Ma. And I said, I know this will happen. So I just pulled them off and told her to get the scissors and cut the bits. He said, no, Ma, I can't do it. So I found a scarf and tied it on my head. For 1 week, I was sleeping with the scarf on my head because I didn't want my husband to see my head is sakura. So one day, when we were on the bed, he asked me, what the nawabo scarf? And I'm saying, miti meaning to me, miti why is sakura? Na me ferisa ubemu.
Wow.
So my husband pulled off the scarf and said, oh, nasa utiefe. Praise the Lord. From then, I didn't tie my head to bed again. I felt very relieved and comfortable to sleep without a scarf on my head. And, you know, for 1 week, when I broke the news to my husband, we sleep at night, and all I hear him is, He will always give a deep sigh. And I realized the thing was having a negative effect on me.
Okay.
So I called his closest friend and told him, Kofi, Pacho unu ankasa no. Say dana or yes, yeah, I have a meeting.
Okay.
The friend talked to him and he stopped. In fact, since that day, I didn't see him or hear him giving that big sigh again.
Okay.
When you come to the house, I know people will come and visit me, church members. So I said, I need my peace. I need to stay healthy because of my children. So when you come and visit me, I tell you, look, this is the problem. I have a problem in my breast. I'm on treatment. That is how you see my palms, my everywhere dark.
Yeah.
My hair is gone. When I finish with the treatment, recycling, yes, the hair will grow back, and you will see me as you know me before.
Okay.
So I expect you to go out and say what I've told you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go and add anything, negative things to it. And it helped me. Otherwise, as durations, she will go out, hey, the myths and misconceptions,
Yeah.
especially those of us who have the positive family history.
Okay.
Yes. Then no. I stayed focused. I stayed very focused. And within some few weeks, I finished my chemotherapy. I went for radiation. And I started looking beautiful as I was.
Wow.
So my sister survived for 7 years. But in the end, she did not die of the breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
My sister rather died of ovarian cancer.
Oh.
So because of my sister, I was advised to go and do the hysterectomy.
Right.
Yes. I did
So
it.
you've done it?
A long time.
Okay.
Because I've had my children already.
Right.
Yes, a long time. And decided to join Breast Care International on outreach programs because that was what my sister had wanted to do.
Okay.
She started it in Takrady. She was working at the GP, Napoha.
Yeah.
Yes. So I started with Breast Care International, going on outreach programs, sharing my story to people. And in fact, when we go to some places and I share my story to the women over there, you can see some of the.
That's the
Yes.
conception they have.
You have to take your time, share your story to the woman, and the necessary advice you give it to the woman. So Dr. Biafra said, why don't you come and help us? So sometimes when I'm going to, you know, it's not very easy for the doctor to break the news to the patient, especially when she's alone.
Okay.
You go to the consulting room, you see the patient, I mean, almost
On the
lost,
floor.
almost have to hold her. That time the patient needed shoulder
Yeah.
to lay the heads on. If she want to cry, just leave her to cry. I have an office over there.
Okay.
Yes, I will take you to my office. You cry, I comfort you. Then we start the conversation. So if you tell the person, I have survived breast cancer for these years, I've gone through chemo, I've gone through radiation, hey, sir, then they become very steady.
Okay.
Yes. And it's helping a lot. We used to have a program, Hope, helping others through personal experience.
Okay.
Yes, so once they are diagnosed, the newly ones, I'm there. I tried to talk to her. Then I called. We have a senior counselor at KMUST. Yes, and I called her in. She also come and talk to the patient so that we help to navigate her through the treatment. Yes.
Wow. I'm just looking at you, Auntie Vivian, and I'm seeing so much strength,
Yes.
composure, like as if nothing has happened. And I'm glad I said that we should celebrate you today, because really we should celebrate people like you. It's enough that you were healed and everything, but then you are able to reach beyond yourself and also help other people. So how do you cope when people are crying and telling you their problems and all that? How do you cope?
Sometimes you also become emotional.
Mm-hmm. Does it take you back to when you were diagnosed?
No.
Okay.
When like I said, because of my sister, I was calm.
Okay.
So I did not cry. Yes, because I've seen it.
Okay.
Yes, I did not cry. But when the person is so emotional, I just try to comfort her. Then I'd advise the person, untimi nsu saa o. Se ene pese usu a, ukufie na usu kakra kan ho a, no wajai.
Okay.
Na quickly, adwene no, I will say adwene no, smart. Na uhwe w'anim. So I always, ma. How many children? Their age. Money susa. You have to stay healthy and take care of your children.
Yeah.
You don't have to die. I mean, when the time is not up, your children need you. So concentrate on the treatment. You will be fine. And take care of your children. And most of them, they do listen. But as human as we are, we have some stubborn ones.
Yeah.
Yes. You will talk to her everything. The moment she gets down, even she will not go to the pharmacy, but straight.
Oh.
She will go. Go back to the herbal center. Go back to the prayer camp. One lady came from the hospital to a prayer camp. What did you go to do?
Hey.
And she came back in a worse situation.
Available in the prayer camp?
Yes.
Wow.
And some of them will go to the herbal center. They will use all sorts of concoctions. And when the breast becomes stopped, some of them, the herbalists will lead them to the gate of the peace and love. Because
So if
by
you
then
knew-
they can't stay with them at the
Yeah.
yes. It's very offensive when
Yeah.
the breast becomes soft.
Yeah.
So I asked myself, why? Why do women, we always challenge ourselves. You had a dream and somebody hit you on the breast, a cat has bitten me, whatever. The Lord is telling you something. There's a problem coming up. So go to the hospital.
Right.
And these people will go and come back
Yeah.
very late. Maybe she was in stage 1. She will go and waste the time, come back stage 3, 4, when the liver is suffering, the lungs is suffering.
Yeah.
And by then you come to the hospital. What do you expect the doctor to do for you?
Exactly.
You've wasted all the time. You've wasted it. And the interesting story is that when breast cancer is detected at the early stage with the prompt and meaningful treatment, you don't lose the breast.
Yeah.
As I sit here, I have my breast. But because it has been operated upon, this one looks smaller than this.
Okay.
So anytime I dress up, I use a silicone to fill the space here.
Okay.
And I'm okay.
Right.
For 20 years, when you go to the peace and love, they will tell you, I've not had any major crisis.
Wow.
Maybe malaria. Then twice a year, I do my labs. A year, I do my mammogram and whatever I'm supposed. I do it, and I don't fall sick. I don't fall sick.
I'm so impressed. I'm just
yes.
sitting there looking at her like, wow.
So I'm praying gradually as these people, when it's October, everybody is trying to talk about breast cancer. We are hoping in some years ahead, our grandchildren will not come and see what the doctors are seeing today. They will be reading and looking at the illustrated pictures in a book, not with the naked eyes like the doctors are seeing today.
Amen to that. Amen. You know, in the short time I've talked to you, you've mentioned my husband. Is he listening to you?
Yes, I
Yes,
told you I'm coming
Very
there.
good man, yeah. Very good man.
You've met him?
No, I'm saying he should be a very good man.
Yes. Even for what you said about your hair and his reaction, because I feel like sometimes what makes people struggle a lot is the negative energy around them.
Yes. Very, very, very. If you have 20 women with breast cancer, and let's see, 5 of them have very supportive husbands, you will see them looking cheerful and healthy than those whose husbands have gone. They've run away.
They've run away.
Yes.
Seriously.
Some
Yes.
run away, yeah?
Oh, most of them. Most of them.
Wow.
Most of them.
Devlin, are you targeting your advocacy to the men? If they are running away, that means that maybe they are the ones we should be educating.
Maybe
here.
we should start doing that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like we are just focusing on the women. Even though when we do the talks and education, all we tell the men is that they also have a chance of getting breast cancer.
Yes.
But I think we should also focus on the support that they can give.
Yes.
It's very necessary.
It's very necessary because
Very, very
you
necessary.
see, when your husband is sick, he pretends like
He's dying.
Yes. He wants you to follow him to the hospital,
know.
The bathroom.
to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But few men follow their wives to the hospital. Somebody will come to the hospital. Nobody will follow her till when she's dying.
Wow.
Before family members and husband will follow her up. So when you come, the doctor will tell you, on your next visit, bring your husband, bring your family, your relative, your mother. So they need to know what is going on,
Okay.
so that if they have any help, they can give you.
I think sometimes the issue is also that people who are diagnosed, some of them don't even want to tell.
Yes.
Yes,
that's also
some of
another-
them.
Yeah.
Some of them, yes. Somebody said no. Even my own children, I don't want
Yes.
them to know.
Yes, so when
happens
you
a
are
lot.
taking
They will-
history,
yes.
then you ask, Obi enya bi wo busuam. Debi da. But maybe you just
You
don't
just
know.
didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
The person, me mano, till the day I die, that is when they will know
Yeah.
I have one breast.
But Auntie Vivian, why do you think they do that? Why do you think?
I don't know. I think there's stigma, the myths and misconceptions surrounding the disease. And like I'm saying, as we are all advocating in October, we are praying it gets to a time people will understand, women will understand breast cancer is a disease.
Yeah. Just like any other
Yes.
disease, really.
And once you are a woman and you have the breast, if you are not lucky, you can have breast cancer. So I'm praying we will get there.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
We'll
Maybe
get
we
there.
should also do more
Yes.
than wait the whole year and do it in October
Yes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be
Yeah.
in October alone.
alone.
That's why Breast Care International does not rest.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
We always go.
Right.
We always go. We always go. Yeah, I think when all come on board from January to December,
Yeah.
it will help.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will help.
Auntie Vivian, rest a little, drink some water, and let me talk to lady pharmacist, Dr. Evelyn. The name is getting longer and longer. Evelyn, I realize on Facebook you're Miracle as well.
Yes, I'm Miracle.
Miracle
Yes.
Asante.
Miracle is my maiden name.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still use it,
And
Once in a while, I miss my father's name.
it opens doors.
Yeah, you see.
So for someone listening, let's assume that, I always say that on the show, we cannot assume that everybody listening to us knows what we are talking about. So what is breast cancer?
Okay, so starting from the scientific point of view, but not to be so technical. Our body grows, and once it grows, the cells in our body that we say division, or let's say the cells grow. So they multiply, and then we grow. So if you're a baby, you are smaller, and then as your cells are dividing, you are getting bigger.
Right.
Okay, but at some point, some things don't just go the way they are supposed to go in the body. That's why we fall sick. Okay. So also in the breast or in any part of the body, the cells can begin to grow faster or more rapidly than they are supposed to do. Right. And it can happen anywhere in the body. Okay. So when it happens in the breast, then we say the cells have become cancerous. Okay. That means they are growing rapidly and they are forming abnormal cells. And because they are growing too faster, they can accumulate and become a lump or a mass.
Right.
And so you feel that there's a lump or a mass in your breast. And when it happens like that and it's not found early, then it can also spread. So there are some lumps in the breast that will not spread. Okay. And so that one will say she has a lump in the breast, but then we call it metastasize. It will not metastasize, but then we say it's benign, so it stays there. Okay. But then very often the tumors or the lumps that are found in the breast, they tend to spread. So you find that it's spreading to the lymph nodes in the armpit, and then if you are not careful, it will come to your lungs, and then it will go to the liver, and then it spreads. So it's just caused by an accumulation or excessive hypertrophy of the cells. Or not hypertrophy, excessive growth of the cells. Okay. And then production of some kind of abnormal cells. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just that sometimes the body doesn't behave the way it's supposed to behave. Okay. So
you're talking to me. I'm not a pharmacist.
Yeah, a pharmacist.
I'm a radio show host.
Yeah, not.
So what causes the cells to multiply too fast?
Okay. So there's not really any one cause. Nobody has found out a specific cause of breast cancer, but we can only put together one or two things that we will say risk factors that can predispose a person to have a higher chance of having their cells behave this way. Right. So some of the risk factors, like what Auntie Vivian said, if you have a clear family history, especially if you have a first degree, like a mom, a sister, even for some people, they are aunt. It's not only the mothers. Even if your father has had prostate cancer, even if it wasn't breast cancer, but someone had ovarian cancer, that means you have a chance of getting the breast cancer. Apart from that, being a female and growing up alone, those two factors alone gives you a 13% chance of getting breast cancer in your lifetime. Right. The fact that you are a woman and the fact that you definitely grow. Of course. Auntie Vivian said she had it at about 47, but her sister had it around 35. Usually when you read, they will say above 40, but then people lesser than 40 are also getting breast cancer. So that's another factor, being a female and growing up. Now, there are some people who menstruate very early and go on menopause very late. Okay. There is a clear link between a hormone called estrogen and breast cancer. Okay. And it is that estrogen that makes us menstruate. Right. So imagine that you menstruated around 10 years. And you are going to menstruate and you are going to late menopause. That means you are going to menstruate till about 55. Some people 60. They are still menstruating once a while. That means your body is seeing the estrogen too often. Okay. It's going to take about 50 years or let's say 40 years. So if people who have early menstruation and late menopause, they have a very high chance of getting breast cancer. Not very, very, because there are people who do not have any of these risk factors I'm talking about, but have still gotten breast cancer. And then there's also some link with obesity. As for obesity, it comes with every disease. Obesity is when let me just say, being too fat or being too big.
Okay.
Bigger than you are supposed to be.
Right.
And so we should, maintaining a healthy weight is very important.
Okay.
And because fat in itself is a precursor for this estrogen I'm talking about.
Right.
So the more fat you have, the more estrogen you produce.
Right.
And then the higher your chance of getting the breast cancer. Yeah, so these are just also alcohol.
Right.
Because alcohol is a high calorie, non-nutritious nutritious diet. So if you are taking more alcohol, that means you are also going to have accumulation of excessive fat, and then you are going to produce more estrogen. I think also not exercising, like I said, obesity, and the exposure to radiation. There are some people, small thing, X-ray, then they are just exposing themselves to unnecessary radiation. So if you work in an environment where you cannot really control your exposure to radiation, then you have to be careful and try and then protect yourself. So I think these are a few risk factors. When you put all these things together, then you may have a high chance of getting breast cancer. Right. But like I said, there are people who do not have even one of these risk factors. There is no family history. They don't have any genetic disorders. They do not smoke or anything. Right. But then they still get breast cancer. So it's just a chance. And
And then talk to us about the number of children, someone has. Does it have any effect? No?
No.
Okay.
No, I think people think if you have more children or if you have lesser children, what happens is that, I didn't talk about breastfeeding, but I think when you get pregnant, your body stops producing estrogen. And when you are breastfeeding, that's why we say breastfeeding is a form of contraception.
Right.
Whilst you are breastfeeding, your body goes into a pause with estrogen. That is why you will not menstruate. So I think that is why people think, I don't know whether they say you have more children, you have a less chance, but there is no direct link. The only link is breastfeeding. Okay. Because when you do more breastfeeding, then your estrogen levels are low. So those who breastfeed for 2 years, that means that they are keeping their estrogen levels at a lower level. There are some people who also say, I don't want my breast to become saggy, so me, when I give birth, I will not breastfeed and all that. If you do that, you are only giving yourself a little higher chance of getting breast cancer. So I think with the giving birth I think it's just with the breastfeeding.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What are the types? Or is all breast cancer the same?
Like I said, there can be a benign mass. And there can be one that metastasizes. But like Auntie Vivian said, there are stages. So it's from stage 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And as the number increases, that means that you are nearing your death. If it's detected early, that means at stage 0, that means that it has just affected a very small part of your breast. Okay. And so they can just do the lumpectomy or cut a little part and then take the lump. I think stage 1, 2, it can be done that way. Right. But from stage 2, 3, even stage 2, sometimes it can be manageable. 3, 4, then it means that the cancer has metastasized. It has spread. And so, and people said, yesterday I was speaking in a church and then somebody said, but I think the reason why people are associating the mastectomy to death is because by the time they have to cut your breast,
it's already
maybe the thing has already gone into your lung or your liver. So they'll try to cut it, but then even the energy to go through the chemotherapy, whilst your other parts are also fighting the cancer, it's not easy. So people eventually end up dying. That is why we are talking about early detection. Do the screening, early detection, do the screening. So there are stages. And the stages just tells you how far the cancer has gone.
Okay. We are still live on Orange 107.9 FM. This is the Women Lately Show. And today we are having a very important, long overdue conversation about breast cancer.
I think I forgot to talk about taking hormones.
Okay.
And the commonest hormones that people are taking, the contraceptives. You know, so there's also, because I'm talking about estrogen, you know, if you know that you have a family history of breast cancer, then when you go to your family health or your reproductive health clinics and you are going to do a family planning, I think you should let your nurses know that my mom had breast cancer. And I've heard that there's a direct link, because the hormones we are going to give you, or the contraceptives, some of them are estrogen-based contraceptives. So if you have a high chance of getting breast cancer and you are going to swallow more estrogen, then that means that you are going to put yourself at a higher risk of getting the breast cancer. So we should stop the indiscriminate, you know, I'm sure we've spoken a lot on this program, the health program, about contraceptive use and how it's becoming so common. Even in supermarkets, people are buying contraceptives. It's not safe. So we should try and speak to our reproductive health nurses. Anytime you're going for a family planning and it has to be a pill, then please let your nurses know. If you have a family history, I think you should let them know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's a very important thing to mention. Assuming that the person who has it in your family actually told you. You know, because some people honestly
they don't
do
even
not know. Yes, and I think that the more we have conversations around it, the more easy it becomes to talk about it. Like Auntie Vivian said, it's just a disease, right?
Yes.
Even though it's a bit on the dramatic side, right? Because you cannot definitely compare something like malaria to breast cancer, of course. But the more we have conversations about it, the more easy it becomes for people to talk ask about questions about it, talk about it, and all that. And I'm glad you are here in the studio, Auntie Vivian and Evelyn.
Yes.
If you want to join the discussion, you can do that on WhatsApp. The number to join us on is 0548 501 584. 0548 501 584. We're talking breast cancer, celebrating a survivor, and the survivor came in the form I never expected. 67, looking like maybe 50 or something. I don't know what you do. Maybe you have to give me some tips, Auntie Vivian. You have some secrets, share. How are you looking this good at 67?
I don't stress myself too much.
Okay.
I don't stress myself too much, and I think moving from the house to audio, back today, traveling here, traveling there, it's always keep me very active.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, like Friday, we are going somewhere. Saturday, we are going somewhere. Sunday, we are going to Accra. So it always keeps me very active.
Okay. So that means that since 47 till now, you haven't done like a regular job or your business, nothing like that. It's always been around.
Yes, but now I have a shop at home.
At home, okay.
Yes, I have a shop at home where somebody takes care of me. I sell the mineral water and the other stuffs.
So you keep yourself active.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know a profession that will look good on her? A headmistress.
I think ask me. I don't know. People do ask me when I enter the Tafu market. Ma, Pacho, we are head teacher.
Like
She looks strict.
Ma, Pacho, we are teacher. Ma, Pacho, we are nurse.
That's another one. Yeah.
I should have gone through that.
You look
People
strict
do-
and
yeah,
no
yeah.
nonsense.
People do
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
me. And you know, breast cancer, no age limit. Our
Okay.
youngest patient at the Peace and Love Hospital, 13 years.
Oh my God.
13. And she's now 17 years old.
Wow. 13.
13 years. And somebody, 78 woman will come, they do the biopsy and it's breast cancer. I say, this disease, why? This woman is nearing her grave.
Yeah.
She's nearing her grave. So it's very necessary and important for women to be checking their own breast. But when we go out, she wouldn't do it, but she will discourage her friend not to do it.
Oh, really?
Yes, a lot.
What is the mindset behind that?
I'll say. Na se bibi demu na wunimu a enhaw.
Oh, my goodness.
So
What you don't know cannot hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she won't do it, but she will discourage it. And I can see, even when we go to the elite people,
Mm-hmm.
they normally do that.
Okay.
She won't do it, but she will discourage somebody not to do it.
I think it's education.
Yeah.
The more
No,
we
they've
talk
been
about
reading
it,
too. They've been reading a lot.
we'll get there.
Hmm?
Yes, definitely we'll get there. How many children do you have, Auntie Vivian?
I have 3 children,
Boys, girls?
1 boy, 2
Okay.
girls, and 2 grandchildren.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow. And how did your children take it when you got the diagnosis? When did you actually tell them?
Oh, they know. From the one I went to the hospital and the news came up.
You told them.
Yes, because they saw my sister when she had breast cancer, going through the chemotherapy. So there was no need hiding anything from them.
Okay.
And by then, the older one, I think she was in the first year at the university or so. So they were okay.
But they saw your sister go through,
Yes.
and it was a difficult
Especially
thing,
the older
right?
one, she saw my sister.
But she wasn't scared.
No,
Okay.
no. My sister was also very strong.
Okay.
Yes, she was very strong.
Okay.
Yes.
You seem to have a closely knit family, right?
Yes. My mother gave birth to 3 of us, all ladies. 1 died, so I was with my sister, the middle one. So I was with my sister, and my sister had 1 child. The middle one also had 1 child. I had 3.
Okay.
So
You're close. And I just wish that other people going through also had the support that you enjoyed.
honestly speaking, I will always give thanks to the Almighty God, because I'm a lucky breast cancer patient and a survivor.
Okay.
During my treatment, money was no problem. By then, my husband was financially sound.
Okay.
Yes, my uncle was there. He
Okay.
was helping. When we go to secondary school, we have school daughters. Yes, I have 3 of them in the US. They always support me.
Okay.
Yes,
That means you were good to them.
yes, and
Yeah.
till date, they always support me.
Okay.
So I always say, wherever you are, just try to be at peace
Okay.
and love people, because you might not know.
Exactly.
Yes.
Imagine if you had bullied them
No.
and then they hear that you are sick, they'll be like, whatever, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had all the necessary support from family and friends, those who will call and encourage you, those who will come home and stay with you for a while to give you the necessary comfort.
Okay.
Because when you are going through the treatment, you need the help of people. You need support, care.
Okay.
That's where I have a problem with some of the husbands.
Okay.
In that trying moment, that difficult moment, the woman needs you. If you don't have money to give her, just comfort her with some good words.
Okay.
Show some love, show some care. But in that time,
They
he
run
will leave
away.
you and go. To the extent one woman died, to the extent that it got to a time the husband had to push her to the boys' quarters.
Wow.
Yes. And bring other women into the house.
My goodness.
She will die,
Of course.
but leave her to die in peace.
She will even die quicker.
Yes.
Under,
Don't send
thing
her
like
to her early grave.
Oh my God.
Sometimes, not all of them, but few of them. Sometimes they misbehave. They misbehave.
I strongly, like I mentioned earlier, Evelyn, I think that now we should push more of the information to the men. Because I think, I'm not holding brief for men, right? But I think that if they have never heard of breast cancer, even the women have heard that and the men have heard nothing. Or probably when they hear, they don't really pay attention. Then
One of my survivors said, we have an association at the Peace and Love.
Of survivors?
Yes, Peace and Love Survivors Association. And we are like going, our number is adding up to about 950.
Really?
Yes, both in Kumasi and Accra. And I'm the president of...
Oh, wow.
So one patient, and that woman has survived, I think, for 15 years. When she was diagnosed, the in-laws told the husband she would die, so there's no need wasting money on her.
Look at that.
Just like that.
Look at that. So they're not even going to give her a chance?
No. And she has survived close to 15 years or so. Right. And the husband
has rather passed.
The husband is dead?
Yes.
Wow. Auntie Vivian, I'm going to ask you this, but we'll take details for that later on. It's just come up and I want to ask you, is there a way people can contribute financially to people who don't have that financial support you enjoyed? While you're going through?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Okay.
Very. Like Breast Care International, we have a support fund.
Okay.
For the needy.
Okay.
A lot of women come maybe with the stage 1 breast cancer. And the doctors know this woman can't survive if she get the necessary help.
Okay.
But she doesn't have the money.
Right.
So we always solicit for funds for those needy patients. Who we want those who are strong and can survive to give a testimony.
Okay.
So when you come very late, there is
very little. Okay. Then we will take details for that so that people who watch the show or watch the replay can support. Okay. All right. But in there somewhere, I'm sure you must have had some low moments, right, during the treatment.
But my low moment was when I was having the chemotherapy. Anytime it's time to go for my next cycle, it becomes a headache to me. Because you might not know what to set in. Today,
okay.
Yes, your throat will be sore. Tomorrow, there's some funny things every day. So my problem with my treatment was on the chemotherapy. Other than that, nothing else again.
So how did you cope?
The chemotherapy?
Yeah.
I tried my best because that was the only thing.
No way out.
Yes, no way out. That was the only thing that was going to help me. I've seen my sister done it. So why shouldn't I do it?
Okay.
And when you go on the net, outside, everybody diagnosed with cancer is doing the chemotherapy. Yeah. So why me refusing it?
Okay.
I have to do it. Yes.
There is something in you that maybe you saw growing up. That is what has carried you up till now. I see it when you are talking. But for you, what do you think, what internal qualities do you think you have that have made you last this long?
Vivian. Vivian is an easygoing person. Yes. Like I said, I want to be at peace with everybody. I don't want to be at a place where a lot of grudges up and down. No.
Okay.
Yes. I always want to feel good.
Okay.
Yes. I like beautiful things.
I can tell.
Yes. I always and that makes me happy.
Okay.
If I look good, it makes me happy, and it adds some more points to my health.
Okay.
Yes, I eat what I want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I go to parties.
Hey.
I go to funerals.
Auntie Vivian.
But I don't want to stay very lonely at home.
Okay.
No. I always want to make myself happy.
Okay. Okay. Are any of your grandchildren living with you? Or do
Unfortunately,
you get to see them
they are
often?
in Accra.
Okay. But you get to see them often?
Yeah, I do see them often.
Okay.
Do
They're
see them.
fun-loving
My
grandma.
my last born is even 35 years old.
Hey. Wow. That's interesting. What's your favorite food? You mentioned you eat what you like. That's what you said.
Yes.
What's your favorite food?
I don't eat too much fufu.
Okay.
Why are you mentioning fufu first?
Is that your favorite? You seem offended already.
I eat some rice, and sometimes I feel like today I want to eat konkonte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so I prepare my good soup,
Mm-hmm.
then do my konkonte.
So she said good soup, and then
Yeah.
next time I'll come.
Come. My husband will tell you,
That's a good one.
I eat everything.
Okay.
I don't discriminate. I eat everything, but I eat in bits.
Okay. Okay. Did you blame yourself at a point?
For having breast cancer?
Yes.
Never.
You never did.
Never. I
Okay.
did not invite the disease for myself.
Okay.
And I had it because I'm a woman. I have the breast, and I have the positive family history.
Okay. Your
My
attitude
grandmother
is
did not have breast
everything.
cancer.
Okay.
My mom and her 3 sisters, they did not have breast cancer.
Okay.
But as
You and your
generations-
sister. Your attitude is everything, honestly. Honestly. Lady pharmacist, I'm coming back to you. As for this woman, the next time you are born, fine, call me. I'll come and enjoy. I will come and enjoy it.
Come and enjoy it.
Evelyn, so
Yeah.
assuming that somebody is listening to us and maybe they've just been diagnosed, right? Can you talk to us about treatment options that
All
are
right.
available?
All right. So the first, like I said, the first and most, I wouldn't say is the easiest, but then the option that is most preferable if the oncologists get to see it early is the surgery. And there are 3 different types of the surgery. So there's the lumpectomy. That means we are taking out the lump. Anytime you hear ectomy, so today let's learn a little science. If you hear ectomy, it means taking something out. So if you hear
Right.
lumpectomy, that means that you are going to just take the lump out. So they are going to make a small slit around your breast. And that is, I think it should be the most easiest for you, the patient.
Okay.
Usually when people hear surgery, they become so
Yeah,
afraid.
yeah.
But it's like Auntie Vivian said, the chemotherapy is worse off.
Yes.
So the lumpectomy, they just take it out. That is stage 0, stage 1, sometimes stage 2.
Okay.
But then if it progresses, then we'll go to the mastectomy. That means cutting off the breast. So cutting off the breast means they are going to take one of the breasts away. And there is also mastectomy that they do, and they do the reconstruction. That means that they are going to give you something that looks like a new breast.
Yeah.
And it can be done in a way that can be very similar to your breast,
Okay.
a natural breast. But usually that's expensive. So they also have the prosthetic breast cup that you can also put in your bra to make it look very nice. I think I've seen one before,
Okay.
and during the Peace and Love, one of their campaigns, one of their survivors just took one out.
Choice.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we all saw the way it looks. When it's in your
Right.
breast, yeah, you will not
Nobody will
even
know, of course.
know. So that's it about the surgery. Then the chemotherapy. Usually, even after the surgery, they will still want to be sure that they are clearing your system of any of the cancerous cells. Because
Right.
maybe some will be hiding somewhere that you not know. So the chemotherapy means you'll be given medicines, either by IV, intravenous, or whether you are swallowing, and it's going into your whole system. It's not only going into your breast, it's going into your blood to go and kill any cancerous cells that may be hiding. And it doesn't only target the cancerous cell. It targets any fast-growing cell.
Right.
That means that your hair, so it's going to kill your hair, the cells that make you grow your hair. It's going to kill sometimes even your nails, sometimes your blood. You see, become anemic, you become weak because it's breaking down your blood vessels and all that. So that is the chemotherapy. Then also, sometimes after the surgery, they do radiation therapy, or we say radiotherapy.
Right.
So that one is targeted. So if you had a breast cancer, usually they are going to target some rays around where you got the breast cancer, just to, kill the cancer cells that may be hiding around where they took the lump from. So I think those are the three main treatment options that are available.
Right.
Usually they consider the patient may also, if you are strong enough, then you may tell which one you want to go by, but the doctors will suggest to you.
Okay.
And they do not put it on anybody's neck, but they will only advise you that let's do this for you, but they leave it to you to decide whether you want them to do. Sometimes they even call your family to come and sign whether they should do it or not. So that is it. And they will also consider your age, how strong you are, and how the cancer cells are reacting to the medicines before they even start you on any treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I've seen you all over the place this month. I think it started from around AGM. That's when I started seeing your pictures.
Yes, because I was campaigning.
Yes. But what are the misconceptions you hear when you go out to give these talks? What do people tell you that you feel like is a myth that you should?
The first thing is that some people say if you have a family history, then if you don't have a family history, then you never get breast cancer.
Okay.
That is the first myth. I mean, there are people who do not have family history, but then they've still gotten it.
Okay.
Again, some people say, oh, if you maintain a healthy weight, you don't drink alcohol, or you don't smoke, you will never get breast cancer. But there are people who have a healthy weight, they eat well, they exercise, and some way, somehow, they end up getting the breast cancer. Again, they say that it's common in women with big breasts.
Wow, I've never heard that one.
Oh, yes. You see, it's not common in women with big breasts, but what it is with big breasts is that it may not be easily detected with the hand screening. Because if you have a big breast, maybe, the person who is checking may not, I wouldn't even want to say big, but dense.
Okay.
So maybe people with heavy breasts. Right. And even with the mammograms or the ultrasound, sometimes if the lump is very small and you have very dense tissue, then it may not even detect it early. So we find that people with big breasts usually report at later stages, but it's not because you have a big breast that is why you are getting breast cancer. Again, they say only middle-aged or older women can get it, but like Auntie Vivian said, they have had a 13-year-old who has had a breast cancer. Then something with braziers or brassiere, it depends on the school you went to. They say if you wear bras with underwire, or the bra that is so tight, nobody wants to. Why would you even want to tighten your breast so much?
For them to stand, Abby.
What is it standing for? It's not even about breast cancer, but you say you should allow blood to flow easily in your whole body. I think at some point in Ghana, there were these big belts that people used to, when you wear your top or your dress, then you tie this big belt. They just constrict blood flow. And if you have an ulcer, you just be pushing acid up your throat. So it's the same with braziers or brassiers. You should just allow your breast, find your size, wear your size, your perfect size, and let it fit well. If you have a perfect size bra, you wouldn't have to strain the strap or put it at the last, hook before you see that your breast is standing. If you get your right size, even without, getting the strip to the last, and you'll be okay. So there's nothing with braziers. Just get your size and let blood flow well. And then something with phones, putting phones in our braziers also. Of course, why would you want to put a phone in your bra?
But I can see the market women doing it.
Yes, because the thieves are many, so it's better to put it in your bag. But then there's no really clear link between the radiation from a phone and breast cancer.
Okay.
Rather, there are studies that are looking at radiations from phone and brain tumor.
Right.
So that if you have put your phone a long time on your ears, definitely there are some. But these radiations are very low energy.
Yeah.
They are not like the X-rays and the other, the ultrasounds and all. Yeah, so there's no direct link, but then it's not good to put a phone or money in your bra. People also have related breast cancer to deodorants and, antiperspirants and all that. There is no link between deodorant use and breast cancer. And then it's not a curse. People think it's a curse. It's not a curse. I think those are the few myths that I have heard. Maybe Auntie Vivian, I don't know if you have heard some other things.
It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
What's the craziest you've heard?
To go for the mastectomy.
You will die after.
You get that. You see a child for now.
Even yesterday I heard it.
That is the number one.
Okay.
The number one.
Okay.
That is the number one. That keeps putting fear
Yeah.
in
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of breast cancer misconceptions and everything is fueled by fear. Yes, that's why I feel education is so important. Yeah.
Like yesterday, a woman was supposed to do the biopsy. So I was counseling her on the biopsy. And the first question she asked me,
She's not even bothered about the cancer.
No. And I'm saying, oh, mommy, now maybe you know I can't
Exactly.
no for no asembisa wo nti ye wo say yenya ano pomasibre nti ye be wo no for no panie na ye de panie awuram kakra ye ti nkitinkiti bi ntete abe enum bi de aguade mu akobusa abre wa asem aba o de yare din be ba no wa kire eduro ni kwan a doctor fo no mfa wo mfa so. Still, fortunately, he came with a son.
Okay.
And I'm so one now by or semi back. And I'm sorry, my name Raminima and me money come.
Okay.
And the son came and said, he has already read about biopsy.
Okay.
So he came to help me to talk to the mother.
Okay.
And for this kind of woman, like I see her, if she's not lucky and the results is C, and she has to do surgery,
She may not.
it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult unless the son put in more than that. Somebody told me, breast conserving surgery like mine. Hey, until Mark better me no for no. And I'm saying,
But who's watching?
and I'm saying, yes, say try baby, yeah, pamunti Mark kakra ebeda ho. Na just say me no for no ba ko be keto asin ba. Me kra no for me pe bia kan ho.
Oh my goodness.
And this person is an elite person. So sometimes I just
It's not a respecter of persons.
Yeah.
And so I think that from where I sit, I think that all those are fears. And we just
Till
need
when?
to keep. Is that till when?
the problem is there, you have to solve it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to solve it, why should you even walk to the hospital? You've done all the necessary tests. They told you is this, we have to do this, and still, you are not allowing yourself.
Maybe not everybody is as strong-willed.
Hey. So you just play the hide and seek before you realize, boom.
No, I think they just need support from people like all of us. You know, not everybody is able to hear quote-unquote bad news and then rise up to the challenge, you know?
And when it comes to health, matters concerning our health, even when it's bad news, that's why the hospital is there. That's why the doctors are there. So even when it's bad news, just avail yourself for treatment. Hey, that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go on a quick break. I want to tell you about who is sponsoring the Women Lately show, and then I'm going to come to you for your final words. I've learned a lot. I think I'm going to, by force, adopt her as my mom. By force.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it on air so that if I see you, you can't deny me.
you are always welcome. Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to let my boss adopt you as well.
All right. I think your boss, she's Dr. Riafe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She probably has a special place in heaven.
Yeah,
That
she's-
woman really.
She's doing so.
Yes. When I heard you say 900 and something survivors,
Yeah.
she's done an amazing job. God bless her wherever she is. All right, it's Pinky October, and it's time. Frimpong, how did the conversation go? The way he was sitting there, and everyone was going like breast and breast.
Yeah.
But I think we shouldn't limit the education to women, as we're all
Yeah.
saying. The men, you should be comfortable hearing about it, right? And the men should check as well.
Yes, yeah. There's a 1% chance, you know.
Okay. I know
That
they
is-
won't.
I mean, what I want to say is that only 1% of cancer cases are found in men.
Okay.
Yeah, less than
Okay.
1%.
Okay.
The 99.
So there's
are
a
all
greater
found in
chance that
Yeah,
a man
yeah,
will never. Yeah.
because they don't have breasts. Yeah.
They don't have breasts. Eh? They do.
They do.
They have the dots.
they don't really have the mammary glands.
Anyway, it's Pinky October, and it's time to have your breast checked. We just spent a whole 1 hour plus talking about it. Breast cancer screening is a proactive step in safeguarding your well-being. By getting regular screenings like clinical breast exams, you take control of your health. Now, this month, walk into any of SAC's clinics branches at Kumasi City Mall or TUC at Diemra. They have a really nice hospital at Diemra. Have you seen it? You should. Opposite Pink Panther Hotel to have your breast checked for free. You can also join the main screening event with family and friends at 12 p.m. on October 29th at Kumasi City Mall. Please note that change in date is 12 p.m. on October 29th. Don't let fear hold you back. Early detection can save your life. Call 050-158-4474 for any inquiries. This event is brought to you by Sachs Healthcare Services in partnership with Orange FM and powered by Black Ash Services. Pinky October, feel for lumps, save your bumps. Caladians is thrilled to bring you the latest in African fashion with a twist of global elegance. Caladians is an African designer wear shop where clothes are made to fit. We make custom outfits for engagements, weddings, and every occasion. We've got ready-to-go jackets, casuals, church, and funeral outfits. At Caladians, we offer a diverse range of outfits tailored to suit all sizes and body types, the small, the medium, and the plus size. Step into the world of chic style with our brand new arrivals from the UK. Treat your wardrobe to quality brand name shoes and bags like Clarks, Nine West, M&S, and Klein, Aldo, Kenyan slippers, and beaded slippers as well. Caladians is open to all your wholesale orders from 10 pieces and above. Whether you are stepping out for a casual day or dressing up for a special event, we have the perfect accessories to enhance your outfit and elevate your style. Visit Caladians and experience the fusion of African culture and international sophistication. Wow. Locate Caladians inside the Kumasi City Mall, opposite Saks Pharmacy, in Edum Ampoma Arcade, same building with FedEx, opposite the Edum Presby. Accra at East Legon on the Otano Curve. Call Caladians on 0244-795-626. Caladians, where threads talk. Marie Stopes is asking if you are pregnant and confused. Are you shy to speak to someone about your unplanned pregnancy? Did you know that engaging in unsafe abortion, using unapproved drugs, and harmful practices can kill you? Your friends are not medical professionals to advise you, but Marie Stopes Clinic's expert staff can counsel you on your pregnancy options to help you make the best choice for your future. Marie Stopes Clinic has launched a new telemedicine service for women in Kumasi. Marie Stopes Clinic offers unbiased and non-judgmental medical consultation over the phone that allows women with unplanned pregnancies to make their own decisions. Our phone consultations give you a convenient way to access our services from the comfort of your home. You will receive the same excellent care from our experienced healthcare providers. Marie Stopes Clinic will help you take back control of your reproductive health. You can call them on 0800-208585 or WhatsApp 0244-208585. And finally, Perfect Health Shop. Make 2023 the year you take your health seriously. You can visit the Perfect Health Shop for a wide range of healthy products, from organic honey, molasses, assorted herbal teas, spices and seasonings, collagen gummies, apple cider vinegar, and the likes of these. We are always at your service. Locate us on the Dr. Adokofo Drive, Dinyame, opposite the ECG office. You can call or WhatsApp the Perfect Health Shop on 055-373-4616. Perfect Health Ghana, a healthier you naturally. So, welcome back to the studio. I'm having an amazing conversation with Auntie Vivian. Why do I feel like I'm saying Auntie Evelyn? With Auntie Vivian and Farm Evelyn. Two amazing women who are dedicated to educating the masses on breast cancer. And the fact that a breast cancer diagnosis does not necessarily mean that your life is coming to an end. There are treatment options. There is life after breast cancer. And we're seeing it right here in the studio this afternoon. We're going to round up now. I'm going to ask you, Evelyn, to give us your final words.
Okay, so the first thing I'll say is that know your breast.
Okay.
Because sometimes in the, whilst we are rushing to do everything at home, when was the last time you even took a good look at your breast? Because when you are bathing, or when you are dressing up, usually you are only looking at your face and doing your makeup and doing your hair. And it's after you dress up that you look at your whole body. Sometimes people don't really pay attention to their bodies. So please, I would advise all ladies especially to at least, whilst we are talking about October, just take some time and have a good look at your breast and know how they look.
Okay.
So that when there's anything abnormal, when you think the shape is changing, the size is changing, or there's the skin color is even changing, some rash, or they say there's appearance of something like an orange peel, like there are some dots on your breast. That's I was seeing a good bisan, and it's just there all the time. Then you would see that, oh, something is changing on my breast. If you don't look, you will not know.
Okay.
Again, if you feel any lump, just like Auntie Vivian did, rush and then go to the hospital and let them have a good look at your breast.
Okay.
And let's all maintain a healthy lifestyle. Keep a good weight and be in good shape. And then I'm sure when you are having a healthy weight and you are having a healthy lifestyle, you avoid the risk of many diseases, not only breast cancer. Yeah, so I think that's all I would have to say for now.
So if someone wants to reach out to you for one of your talks, how do they reach you?
All right, so I'm located at the Faculty of Pharmacy,
okay,
Department of Macognosy. When you come and you ask for Dr. Evelyn, or
everybody
will show you where my office is.
Okay, that's amazing. Auntie Vivian, you've seen a lot of survivors, including yourself. Give me one or two traits that you see common among all of you.
I would say most of us have accepted that we once had a problem. We seek medical care, and by the grace of God, we have survived.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we meet, sometimes one of our meetings, I will invite you. We used to have meetings at the peace, and when you come and see us, we dancing and having fun and cracking all jokes. We want to heal ourselves. We are always happy.
So the acceptance is one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What other thing do you see common among you?
And most of us have courage.
Okay.
Yes. Once you have been diagnosed of breast cancer and you have been treated, it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
You still, you keep on having your confidence.
Okay.
Yes, do whatever you do, but make sure you don't work excessive with your hand.
Okay.
Yes, the affected part
Right.
of, yes. But other than that, you can do your work, you can do whatever you do, and we are all okay.
Okay. Wow. How can people support you? You know, you said you have a support group.
Yes.
How can we reach you for that?
And the number is for Breast Care International and the Peace and Love Hospital.
Okay.
Yes, it's 055
Mm-hmm.
792
Mm-hmm.
3255.
Okay. So we're going to pin it on
Yes,
on the video so that, yes, anybody who watches it
it's for the Peace and Love Hospital and Breast Care International.
for Breast Care International. Amazing, amazing. Auntie Vivian, give us your final words.
My final word is, I think we have 6 more days
Yes.
to go.
Yeah.
Yes. If you are a woman and you've not screened your breast this month, please kindly do. You are organizing one on Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday.
You can come to the Orange FM. They will do it for you. You can come to Peace and Love Hospital. We will do it for you. And when you are 40 years and above, please, once a while, once a year, try and organize some funds and go for your baseline mammogram.
Yeah.
Very necessary. And with a scan, you can just walk in and go and have your breast scan to see your status.
Okay.
Don't keep the money in buying clothes, tuma,
And wigs.
have time for yourself, because you might not know when something will strike, and when it strikes, if you are not lucky, all your good clothes, your good laces and kente will all be pushed aside. You have to be only wearing something. You forget about all what you have in your wardrobe.
Yeah.
So my fellow women, 40 years and above, just find time and go and do. Oh, you can do it even once every 2 years. The mammogram and the scan. 1 year, go and do it. And maybe every 6 months, look for a trained hands.
Okay.
Yes, to do the screening for you.
Okay.
But whilst you are at home, after your menses, even you can do it when you are in the bathroom, when you have the soapy water on you.
Right.
You can use your hands. The bathing that you will see in your breast will be something harder.
Okay.
Your hand will hit on it.
Right.
So the moment you realize there's something, just go and see your doctor. You can seek a second opinion somewhere if you are not comfortable with the first place, so that it will be taken care of. The breast is beautiful. It's good for our children. It's good for our husbands. It's very fragile, so we should take good care of the breast.
Right.
And to the men, we always advise breastfeed, and please don't breastfeed.
Come again. Come again.
Yes, the men,
Okay.
breastfeed
Uh-huh.
and don't breastfeed.
Breastfeed. I never heard that one before.
I've not heard it too.
Okay.
It's nice.
Amazing, amazing. Auntie Vivian and I don't know whether to call you from Evelyn,
From
Dr. Evelyn.
Evelyn, just Evelyn.
Evelyn. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Women Lately show. I feel like we touched all the major areas around it. And your story is fantastic. Your strength is impressive. I wish you the very best.
Thank
I know
you.
that God is going to give you more years
Thank
so that you can
Amen.
continue
Amen.
the
Amen.
good work that you are doing.
Amen.
And if you consider a career change to do the headmistress for me. No, you have more years, so you don't have a care at all. Next week we are back in the studio. Next week we are talking to an amazing woman. I'm not going to tell you who she is yet, but when you watch the show next week, you will know that indeed there are people doing amazing things in Kumasi, just like these two. Thank you for joining us on the Women Lately show. My name, as always, Francisca Taylor. Good afternoon.
So, can
Yes?
I put the number for Breast Care International? Maybe somebody will.
Okay,
Oh,
let me
yes.
take it. Let me take it.
0244
Mm-hmm.
145
Mm-hmm.
064.
064. So the first one you gave was for.
Momo account.
Oh, right. Then I missed it. Okay. So this is the second one you gave is a direct line they
Yes,
can
Peace and
call.
Love and Breast Care International phone call.
Oh, right. Okay. Amazing. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.